Earth, like its inhabitants, require water in order to continuously function and keep the world going. In order to keep it alive, the hydrogen cycle, more commonly known as the water cycle, is what makes water continuously flow in the biosphere. This raises the question, what could go wrong if the cycle breaks? In this video, we will take a closer look at the water cycle, the factors that may alter its process, and the effects it will bring to land and us humans. This is Hail Hydro. Water is essential to Earth's multiple of aspects. Water can be found in air, clouds, ocean, lakes, vegetation, glaciers, and plenty more. To maximize its use on these aspects, water continuously moves within Earth in the atmosphere. This continuous movement is called the water cycle. Although the water cycle is initially thought as a simple single-flow cycle, in reality is that the water cycle involves complex processes in order to cover all the paths where water may flow. Water evaporates from Earth's surface, with the ocean as the main source. Other sources include evaporation from the moisture in soil, vegetation, reservoirs in water surface. Evaporated water condensates and turns into clouds. Once the clouds are dense, water comes back down as in forms of the rain through the precipitation. From as early as precipitation, water already evaporates. Rainwater infiltrates the soil and becomes part of groundwater, which flows back into the ocean. Water also flows back into the ocean through the surface. Water has continuously moved like this for thousands of years, but it is clear that the water cycle back and the water cycle now have great differences. Presently, the world holds a lot of inhabitants. Human activities have disrupted the various natural processes that keep the biosphere together in order to keep up with the rapid growing needs. It is mainly due to human activities that climate change is occurring. As a result, climate change is most likely affecting evaporation and precipitation. The rising global temperatures causes evaporation to speed up. More evaporation results to more precipitation. Moreover, these changing patterns in the water cycle are not equally distributed in the world. As the climate changes, we experience more extreme weather.
Let's focus on its effects on land. Increase in precipitation results in an increase in soil moisture. This moisture makes the soil loose. The Philippines alone is 80% prone to experiencing landslides. In 2018, Typhoon Ompong hit the country. The typhoon-induced landslides resulted in 16 deaths. Conversely, rising temperature results in high evaporation rates. With water turning into vapor, soil loses its moisture, resulting in extreme droughts. This greatly affects vegetation and poses a problem not only for the farmers, but for the entire economy itself.
Aside from extreme weather, water pollution is also a great problem towards land. When water gets contaminated, it simply flows into the cycle. A common result is acid rain. If contaminated water rains down, it can affect soil and make land infertile and incapable of growing plants. For instance, China is one of the few nations where it rains every day and there is acid rain. According to the CMA research, August 2006 saw acid rain at 19 of China's 155 monitoring stations, with Beijing among the worst hit cities. Acid rain not only endangers people, but it also causes devastating landslides. 74 people perished in a devastating landslide that occurred in southwest China on June 5, 2009. According to a recent study, China's acid rain may have contributed in unforeseen ways to the limestone and shale slopes deterioration.
Despite covering 75% of Earth's surface, only about 3% of it can be usable. Ultimately, it is us consumers who would suffer the most at the collapse of the water cycle. We can no longer confidently say that Nature and humans equally codepend on each other. Nature now greatly depends on humans to reverse these damages. As the inhabitants that benefit from it, the responsibility of taking care of it falls on our shoulders.